All right, we have two more panels to go. It's going to be very exciting panels, of course, and discussions. And once again, before we go to our next panel, we'd like to encourage you again to fill out our feedback form if you haven't. It's right there on your tables. Just scan on the QR code and get to show up. We really appreciate any feedbacks and any advices you can give us. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we are about ready to go to our next panel discussion. In this panel, we will have, of course, 3 speakers alongside our moderator. So ladies and gentlemen, our next session is titled Go Beyond Video, Why In-App Advertising Grabs More Users' Attention. So ladies and gentlemen, for this panel, I would like to invite our moderator. Please join me in welcoming the Regional Director, Southeast Asia Digital Turbine, Mr. Jayesh Shivdasani. Can we have a round of applause? Come on now. And of course, we'd like to also welcome our speakers, Head of Corporate Marketing, Samsung Electronics, Bagus Erlangga. Can we have a round of applause? Yeah. We like that. We like a lot of woo-hoos. And also welcome on stage as Chief Executive Officer Media, Densu, Indonesia. Please give a round of applause, Miss Aloysia Dian. Yes, you have a lot of fan club there, Miss. And Head of Agency Meta, please welcome Miss Nadia, Zain. Let's have a round of applause, everyone. Panel, the floor is yours. Take it away.
Thank you so much. So firstly, thank you so much MMA for giving us this opportunity, and thanks to everyone out here for staying awake till now and joining our session. And our panelists for joining this, Nadia, Aloy, and Bagus.
Happy to be here. Such a pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. So today what we're talking about is go beyond videos right now. So I mean, that's pretty interesting, and why in-app advertising actually grabs more attention out there. So we know, I mean, all of us have been in the industry for many years, and we know that video basically continues to be one of the strongest creative format or one of the strongest medium today to deliver a brand message, because you can deliver it through a storyline. There is audio, visuals, emotions which can be captured. So it's one of the best things. So we did a little study with Lumen and Amplified at a global level, and we figured out that, okay, the best creative format is though video, but which is the best medium to deliver this format? And the research actually shows TV is still one of the best mediums today. One of the reasons is it grabs the best attention, which is at least on an average, the user views a commercial for 10.3 seconds out there. And it's full screen, there is audio, etc. So we did a little more deep dive to figure out why is it so, and what are the things, what are the challenges we're facing in the digital industry out here. So if you look at TV, overall as a medium, it's come a long way. So the way it's been programmed, there are natural commercial breaks. So people or consumers are expecting commercials there, expecting advertisements to come out there. And as compared to digital video right now, where the industry or everyone is facing this challenge, is because there are multiple things happening on the screen. So you're seeing a video, you're seeing an image out there, there is a content. So everybody is thriving to grab users' attention. So there's too much clutter out there. Even though video is one of the most effective way to communicate a brand message right now, it's still struggling on the digital environment overall. So that's one of the things. And the second one is, again, when we look at the digital industry overall, the metrics in the last few years have remained the same. So we all know viewability was the most talked about subject like 4 to 5 years back. And today it's become a part of key measurement parameters, and the only way you can measure the campaign success is viewability or probably completion rate out here. So going beyond that now, so industry has started moving towards the new metrics, which is going beyond viewability. So which is attention out here. So my first question is to Aloy, from a media agency perspective, so this new tool or this new measurement metrics, which is, coming over, which is attention out thing, which is basically showing actually the consumers are paying how much second of actual attention on the commercial or on the video ad formats. So as an agency, are you guys moving in that direction? How important is that metric?
Okay, thank you. Selamat pagi. Thank you. I just try to wake you all up. So I think it's not about whether the agency, and actually not only the agency, whether the brands and also the publishers or the partners to move towards that directions or not. Like, let me refresh a little bit. Our business here is actually what we cannot forget is the consumers itself. We're following them basically because that's what programmatic does, that's what the CDP does, right? The DCO, it's all about following the consumers. So whether moving in that direction or not, it is not a choice. It's something that we have to do. And like what you've just mentioned, a couple of years back, viewability is like the god of the measurements. Now, and then it moves to clicks. And now we're talking about attention, and in the sessions earlier, even now attention, we have to define what attention is. Is it like a really still and stoic attention, or is it attention that translates also to interaction? That's what we need to define and agree first when we're making anything. And again, it's not about what abbreviation will come out later, whether it's CPA is not cost per acquisition, and now it's cost per attention. It is what is it that we want to after. Also, we're talking about AI a lot. Maybe now it's not about artificial intelligence because attention is something real. So maybe it's attention intelligence because because we're going to need to translate all of those measurements into conversion, into purchase. So Pak Bagus here can sell more phones, like that, ya Pak ya? Yeah. So it's something that we have to do, but really need to make sure that we are agree in what is it that we're after, and it comes also with consequences for all parties. For examples, I mean, like we've discussed, if it's attention, you can just block the whole thing with a display, and people attentions will be there because it's blocking you. But then again, it's not relevant, and maybe you will just get a bad review out of it. That's why we have the in-apps, we seed it, we give rewards and something like that. So that's what we need to really think of. And it's attention, it's all about customization. It's customizing whatever it is that we want to deliver, right? The message or the creative material. It's not about resizing it. So I think that's my view.
That's perfect. Yeah, you're right. Firstly, attention is still building traction right now. So there's a proper framework, etc. needs to come in place. But yeah, it's moving in that direction at least. So good to know that agencies are taking it very seriously. So moving to Bagus, I mean, coming from Samsung, one of the brands I look forward to, because many years back when Nokia was actually dominating the market, nobody ever thought there's going to be any brand who's going to take them over. But Samsung has come a long way out there. Yeah. Okay, so with our studies again, we see that when you get more attention on your campaigns or on any of the video campaigns. I mean, anyone does it out here. So you get higher top of mind recall, higher brand value, etc. out here. So we would like to know your thoughts on this. What's your take on this, and how do you plan your media mix, considering this new metrics which has come into play?
Okay, Pak. Thank you. By the way, I'm ex-Nokia as well, so I know what you mean.
Just perfect,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. So, related to what your question is, for us in Samsung, we always think of two key points, which is one is related to the learnings curve. So learning is very important for us, learning on all the campaign that we have done before. The second one is related to innovations. So us in Samsung, all our products are basically depending heavily on innovations. And in 1 year, a lot of products that we are launching. So we also really depending on very robust tracker, all the learnings that we get from any of the marketing activity that we got is also giving us feedbacks on how we develop newer products that are relevant to the market. When we're talking about learnings, we always insist to our media partners, agencies, partners that they need to have very detailed trackers and also share the first learnings that they got from executing any campaign that we have. From that, we actually use it as our reference for the next campaign, but always we also adding a request that in any of the new campaign, you need to also put any media innovations. So innovations can coming from the media, innovations can coming also from the marketing activities. And then we tracking again and then learning again from there to have a very inspiring marketing activity for the next campaign. So those two, it's kind of like a evolution that we have. Whenever we want to do a new campaign, a new product campaign. So let's take for example, when we launch a smartphones, a new product. I think the latest one, when we do the foldables, for example, we heard that there will be a new 4D out of home in Jakarta, the first one in the market. So that's opportunity, we grab it. So any new ideas, new media innovations that are in the market, we grab it. Because we believe that on top of any media mix that we have, the brilliant basics, we always need this kind of new innovations to bring attention to our target audience.
Interesting to know that. Okay, so coming to Nadia now, I mean, you're a fellow partner out here, platform partner. We have similar things. So looking at the overall media avenues out here for brands and agencies, the solutions which Meta is actually providing out here. So if you look at the overall video advertising, what's your take on that, and how do you think attention can play an important role or change the way you look at video advertising?
And it's a really interesting question. I've been observing a lot of the previous discussions. There's a lot of discussion around attention, right? And I think I want to steal Aloysia's answer earlier, which started from consumers. And if we think about the time, why do we have to revisit the previous notions of viewability right now? I think the best way is to look at consumers and how they behave. So we are way gone from the time where video is something that we consume passively. If you look at in in Meta, people not only consume entertainment, people express themselves through video, and people even communicate using video. So I don't know how many of you guys have many different chat groups where the content is just you sharing reels. I have many. I have one group where I just share reels about yang receh-receh. I have reels like chat group with my husband, everything that's like funny, that he should know, nudging him here and there. But I think what's really important from that consumer behavior is truly understanding that the way people interact with each other has been become more immersive through video. Is that the way how brands want to communicate with the users? Because for some of the brands, they are taking the viewability metric on extreme. I have seen some opting out from video. Just because I want to have a really good viewability score, I'm going to use static. And that is really, in a way, as you said, attention is hard to get. And if we're trying to chase one metric, we end up, for lack of better word, maybe a bit boring. So I have actually, you don't have to take my word for it, I have actually a meta study to showcase some of the questions that a lot of our clients ask. All right, so let's look at video, but just what kind of video and what does it impact our business? And our take on it has been, let's move away from just proxy metrics. Let's move away from just vanity metrics and moving closer to the business impacts. And here, what we try to do is to assess on an ad recall basis and assessing as our hypothesis, screen time, and we can see there is a difference in terms of screen time. Maybe the long form video does have higher screen time, short form have shorter screen time, but the impact is not that different. Especially, we have seen the effectiveness of short-form video in driving the reach. So I think it's really critical to see how we can utilize all the different forms of video, where the long-form video is really critical when you try to improve, say, a harder brand metric, top-of-mind awareness, message association, but at the same time, this is a trade-off that can be done when you also want to get the higher reach. And studies have shown that by really optimizing a long form to drive your brand metrics and using the short form to drive reach is like the best ways of utilizing the media strategies. So maybe just to end there, it's really important to see more and beyond, as you said, from just one metric, and really taking the right step into measuring business metrics that is more meaningful for us marketers here.
That's completely true. So adding to that point out here, so firstly, yes, creativity is very important. And as I mentioned, the TV grabs the most attention out here. But if you look at mobile as a medium, which is your primary device right now, out here, creativity can be taken to a notch higher. So you can add a notch of interactivity to the videos, have some gamification out there. And this gives you more opportunity to actually engage with your consumers and your brand out here. So, I'm going to do a little more deep dive out here about one trend which is very big out here, which is gaming. Okay, so one of the things which actually came out from the Lumen and the Amplified study out here, beyond TV, which is delivering the highest attention, the second genre or the second category which was delivering the highest attention metric was actually gaming. The reason being is because these are non-intuitive ads. So while a person is playing a game, so the ads are not popping up out there. So they have proper ad slots, there are rewarded videos, etc. You can add a layer of engagement. And gaming is an ecosystem which is delivering attention at 22 seconds as compared to TV, which is 10.3 out here. So this is what I would like to share. So coming to Bagus out here. So if we look at the overall investment, what Samsung is actually doing into the media landscape, so how is the overall percentage split? Percentage split in terms of upper funnel, lower funnel, which is very important. And is there any particular category of apps or any particular genre into the digital ecosystem, which you guys take it very seriously?
Okay. So first, your question related to the investment percentage. Us in Samsung, we see these two upper and lower funnel is as important. So both are important. So full funnel approach is key for us. because in 1 year we launched so many products with a very different phase came together. So it's a bit hard for us to only focus on upper or lower. And we make this approach as dynamic as possible. So whenever one product just launching, we focus on the upper funnel, but at the same time, there's another product that's actually already in the sustenance phase, where we need to push more on the lower funnel. So the percentage, there is no right formula for it, but we always learning year by year, comparing to the previous campaign that we have. So our media agency partners already have a lot of learnings. So whenever we do spending, the percentage of the investment is actually different based on the campaign objective. So different campaign objective will have a different percentage investment formula. And then related to the gaming, you say that what are the apps that we are, category apps, right? So for us, whenever we do a product launch campaign, our target audience, we seeing it as they have many different passion points, right? In some cases, for one category product, maybe because the target audience is more to the Gen Z, for example, then this Gen Z maybe mainly are having interest in fashion or photography or gaming passion points. So we choose on apps that's specific for them. Now, specifically for gaming, I think for the last 3 years, we have been have a strong presence in a gaming community. We also sponsoring, I think, 2 or 3 e-sport events in a yearly basis. We do MPL, we do Piala Presiden. So yes, we believe that gaming apps actually have strong contributions to our smartphones, especially products. But when you're talking about the attention you mentioned earlier, there's always a trade-off between focusing on the attention and also focusing on the reach, right? So yes, when we do a in-app advertising, especially for gaming, you will get the attention, but that will be only for the very segmented segments, right? So you will not get the reach. So you need to have other channel to push when you want to get the reach. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I mean, it's not that gaming doesn't. I mean, there are. Indonesia is one of the #1 gaming countries in
Yes,
Southeast
correct.
Asia. Okay. So moving to Aloy out here. So I mean, since Indonesia is, a very big number of gamers when it comes to overall Southeast Asia. So from an agency point, how do you devise your strategy for your brands, for your consumers, and how do you all leverage on this segment? Because it's a very big segment.
Okay, thank you. So in Densu, actually, we have started this gaming community that consists of the gamers itself and also the study of this gaming as a really emerging apps. So it's actually like I'm going to copy paste him. There's no like exact formula on what to do because it depends on what is it that you're after. Maybe if it's like awareness, maybe let's not go gaming at all. I mean, like we Indonesian, we have this FOMO thing in our DNA for some reason. So when everyone's talking about gaming, all of a sudden everybody wants to go gaming. But then seeing the result, oh, it doesn't translate. So really, again, coming back to my first point, what is it that we're after? When you're first in gaming or in any apps, you have to be entertainingly disruptive first. Otherwise, people just think that you're just bugging me when I'm enjoying my very small screen. So in gaming, even when we do the activities there, the campaigns there, what needs to be gathered and understood is that what is it the next step after that? What are we going to do with all of the data that we collected? Are we just going because of reward to the gamers? It's just for them to look at our ads, or what is it? A lot of times now, it's just like, oh, it's a test and learn in Indonesia, yeah. Gitu, like tadi Bagus mention about actually bringing it offline by having a join with the championship, right? It's actually sort of offline, kan? Bener nggak sih? Because the people are real. So it's maybe it's that to bridge, to make it from virtual into an actual thing, gitu. So we really still need time sih, Jayesh, to really like land into a conclusion of what is gaming and what is it for us.
Right, understood. Well, thank you. Coming to Nadia, so I mean, we all know Meta has been investing big time into gaming, Meta Quest, and we've seen Mark Zuckerberg wearing those fancy VR glasses, etc., into gaming and stuff. So, what are the learnings you have which you can share with all of us, and how can we capitalize this for brands in the future?
I hope you have probably checked out the new Meta Quest 3. This has been recently launched,
Oh,
and
yes.
it's the most recent one. It's not just VR, but it's mixed reality. And maybe just backtrack a little bit into why we are creating. Essentially, what Meta wants to do is to build the next level of computing, the better way for us to communicate online in a way, right? I remember doing this panel in MMA a few years back when it was still Zoom, and it was all right, but it never beats meeting face to face, right? And it's exactly what we want to try and emulate by building these technologies, trying to have a virtual space where we can be here together, like in a panel like this. And gaming is actually the fastest category that usually take up the innovations. And why when we launch MetaQuest, the biggest use cases are all the gaming apps. So maybe just a few things for brands who are thinking of exploring. I get these questions a lot, what can I do in the metaverse? If you have an IP, maybe think about building a game in VR. I know like this year there's a Lego game, Stranger Things, or if you don't have an IP, maybe partner with a gaming company to try simulate the brand and visualize how your brand would be in a virtual space. But if you are keen on just trying it out, how it feels, we come to my office. Like we have a metaverse center, and we can try. I will challenge you to play Beat Saber.
Definitely.
Yeah. I hope you take that offer.
Sure. Okay, so I guess the time is up. So just to quickly sum it up right now in one sentence, what do you guys see as a number one trend coming in 2024? We all know there are elections happening. Ramadan is early this year. So many things going on. So what is that one thing?
First, me, okay.
Oh, yeah, maybe you can
So
start.
for me, I think it will be interesting to see what other brands are doing in 2024 related to their first-party data. So we are moving into a cookieless era, right?
Right.
And see how they can compensate when the cookies, third-party cookies, become disappearing, and then focus on the first-party data. Second, I think since this morning we're talking about AI, so I think will be interesting also to know or to hear more about insights that based on AI. I think for this part, Meta have a big contribution on that part. I think AI-based insights will definitely help us on speed up all the decision making in the future. That maybe previously when we do insights with non-AI, maybe some are missed by the humans. So we can get more insights coming from that. It's very interesting for me at least. Yeah.
Sure, that's interesting. Thank you, Bagus, Aloysia.
Okay, AI has been used. So on top of AI, of course, it's actually the race of monetization and also the economy integrity. What I mean is that now there are a lot of platforms, technology is really faster than ever when it grows, and data is there. So it's all about, again, when you have the data, you want to monetize it. But then again, we have also to think about the integrity. That's why the economic integrity. Because this is also like we have to find a balance of the protection of that data.
Correct.
And then the discoverability. So on top of AI, I think this will be the trend because so many things, we have so many data, and that's what's going to happen.
Cool, thank you. So your interpretation of AI, I will take it as attention intelligence then.
Yes.
Okay, Nadia, over to you.
More personalized one-on-one conversations through WhatsApp.
Cool, cool. So thank you. I mean, that's all from us. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
Give
you.
it-
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you very much once again,
Thank you.
panels. Such an amazing opportunity to listen to your expert opinion. We'd like to take the time to take a picture with everyone. Thank you so much once again for taking the time and making all the effort to share all the things that, of course, you learn with everyone here. Thank you once again, Mr. Jayesh Shivdasani, Bagus Erlangga, Ms. Aloysia, Dian, and Ms. Nadia Zain. Can we have another round of applause for our panel?